Thanks, Jordan. Lots of action to break down across Penn State athletics. From big wins on the hardwood in the BJC to the sound of bats cracking and gloves popping returning to the diamond. That and much more coming up next on the Center County Report. I'm Zach Gershman with sports. A national champion will be crowned this weekend in Happy Valley as Pagula Ice Arena and Penn State host the NCAA's Women's Hockey Frozen Four. Puck drop for the first semifinal matchup is today at 3:30 as the Bulldogs of Minnesota Duluth face off with number 3 Northeastern. Following that game, it's a top 5 contest as 5th-ranked Yale plays top-ranked Ohio State. The winners will play Sunday afternoon in hopes of hoisting the trophy. Brian Tripp, the voice of Penn State hockey, is calling the game for Westwood One and talked about what it means for Penn State to host the Frozen Four. A TikTok trend helped save a 16-year-old girl from danger, leading to an arrest of a man in Kentucky. The trend was started by the Canadian Women's Foundation and is a hand gesture that symbolizes abuse at home. The gesture includes facing your palm outward, tucking in your thumb, and closing your fingers. This missing teen was taken from North Carolina and performed the hand gesture to drivers passing by. One motorist noticed the girl in distress doing the signal and called the police. The car was pulled over and the man was arrested for unlawful imprisonment and possession of a matter of sex performance by a minor. I'm Zach Gershman with sports live from Rec Hall, where just a little bit, some of the highest ranked collegiate men's gymnasts in the country will compete for this trophy in the Big Ten Championship here at Rec Hall. While the Penn State basketball team wasn't able to author a Cinderella story this year, the clock struck midnight on the king of Delco's time in Happy Valley. Charles Reinert sat down with John Harrod to talk about his career as a Nittany Lion. Also, the story of a pair of Northwoods League standouts from Washington State University we're calling the dynamic duo. They're not Batman and Robin, but they are superheroes on the field. Who are they? You'll find out coming up. This is Northwoods League News. They might not have been wearing the blue and white jerseys on the field, but a few Penn Staters still donned the iconic white shell blue striped helmet at the Reese's Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama. It's time to discuss what stood out from this past Sunday's game. I'm Zach Gershman with sports. Nittany Lions basketball travels to College Park on Monday to take on Maryland. After a rough losing skid, Penn State's looking to make it 3 in a row after a pair of wins in the Bryce Jordan Center. Reporter Eric Fenstermaker has more on the team's recent success. High school basketball is starting to heat up as teams now move deeper into the playoffs. After advancing to the championship game, the State College Little Lions are waiting for their opponent in the District 6 championship game. That'll be played at Mount Aloysius College next Thursday. And the girls basketball team, they'll travel to the Mountain City on Monday for a 7 p.m. matchup against Altoona. In their final home game of the season, the girls team lost to Mifflin County 57-46. Penn State men's lacrosse looks to get back on track tomorrow at St. Joseph's. The Lions dropped to a record of 1-2 after losing 16-10 to Vermont on Wednesday. Despite the loss, senior midfielder Dan Rayoum with the nifty goal there, the second of his career-high 4 goals in the contest. Penn State starts Big Ten competition versus Maryland on March 27th. We still have some winter left in State College, but the sights and sounds of baseball have returned. Rob Cooper's Penn State baseball team is back on the diamond for the first time in 265 days. They welcome back 24 players from last year's squad, including second-team All-Big Ten catcher Matt Wood. The power hitter and brick wall behind the dish was also named the highest-ranked catcher in the Big Ten, according to D1 Baseball's preseason rankings. Penn State baseball won 18 games in the Big Ten only season in 2021, but are looking for win number 1 today against the Hawks of Monmouth and Cary, North Carolina, but they're off to a rocky start, down 3-0 in the top of the third. And circle your calendars because Penn State football will return to Beaver Stadium for the annual Blue-White game on Saturday, April 23rd. Kickoff scheduled for 2 p.m. and admission is free. You can also listen to the game live on Penn State's Com Radio. That's all for sports. Now back to you at the anchor's desk.